Hey Crave, it's your pastor Jamie. We are in Tel Aviv with the team. We are getting ready to leave around in about 5 or 6 hours. We're going to be waking up around 3 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be heading out to Turkey. So we're in our final night in Israel, and just want to give you guys an update of how we're doing, what's been going on, and tell you to get ready for Crave tonight. It's going to be amazing and exciting. We really wish we could be there. But this week has been really interesting. You know, we went from really doing houses of prayer meetings and speaking and ministering in Jerusalem, and the past few days we've been in a town called Tiberias, and we're right outside of Tiberias, a small town. Mainly about a quarter of the town is Christian. Americans, English, people who've moved from all over the world because they felt called individually by God at some point to move to this village and spend the rest of their life there. And it's really weird dynamic. And during these years, these Christian families have been raising their kids there, and the kids have been getting on alcohol and prostitution. All these Christian families or kids have really been running from the Lord. And so a couple years ago, a friend of mine, we'll call him John for the sake of privacy and the sensitivity of the situation, he felt called by God there. And when he moved there and began to minister in this town, kids left and right were getting saved, whole, healed, delivered. I mean, just radical revival. The whole country was looking on this small town and saying, what is going on with the youth of that area? And it really went quickly. God began to move something, and honestly I could say that if there is any community in Israel that felt like Crave, this was the community. I mean, I took some video, hopefully I can show it to you, of these guys just worshiping and crying out and going crazy in this little living room, and I mean, it was just radically on fire for God. And so we get there, and the community happens to be in a very interesting place, and the story kind of goes like this. Couple kids got saved, and the parents weren't very happy about it, and because they were under the age of 18 in the state of Israel, the nation of Israel, you cannot share the gospel with anyone under the age of 18. And so all of a sudden now, these parents who seem to have the ears of many leaders are beginning to point the finger at this group and calling them an occult, and beginning to rally every single pastor and leader in Israel to fast and pray for the removal of this occult and the possibility of legal action to get the ministry out of Israel altogether and to lose your citizenship. And so we got there right in the heat of this major conflict, and kids in the group who were possibly going to have to leave, and they were being persecuted. And right as we got there, the night we get there, all this news is coming out. You know, our group is kind of like, what do we do? Or, you know, this is kind of weird that we're here for this, and the group, they're all a mess, and they just began to worship. And as they began to worship, I don't know if I've ever seen such radical, crazy hunger in my entire life. I mean, they just began to press into God in a way that really you know, heaven and earth shifted in that moment, and we all were just absolutely put on our faces by their raw hunger in the face of real persecution, something in America that we've never experienced. And you know, it just really stirred me to the fact that, man, we just don't get it. You know, last week we met a young man on the streets of Jerusalem who was a Muslim, who gave his heart to Jesus, and if his parents find out, they'll murder him. They'll kick him out of the village, if not murder him. He has to hide in his bedroom and listen to his Bible on his iPod, just so nobody knows that he listens to the Bible. I mean, we just don't get it. And the devotion and the consecration and the passion and the pursuit of God in the face of a conflict and a persecution that literally will have you removed from your nation, if not killed, for loving Jesus. And they're so hungry and passionate. They're not safe about it at all. And it just really smashed me. It's like, what do I have to offer these guys in ministry except for just pure encouragement, you know? Prophet of hope, encouragement, you guys are going to make it. And really the whole time I think we went to minister, but I really think our group probably got more ministry than anybody. And so I really just pray right now that you guys get that devotion, that consecration, the passion, and the fire of being fully devoted and consecrated to God in this life at home. May it be that we can be that passionate and fiery without persecution. Love you guys, and praying for you. Hope you have an amazing night at Crave tonight, and we so wish we could be there. We have a couple days in Turkey, and we will be home and with you guys next week. We love you, and we're praying for you. Bye.